The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Soteria Protection Services. We're having a great day today on Living Local Carolina because today I am joined by Joan and Brandon from Soteria. How are you guys doing?
Great, thank you.
All right, this is kind of the first of our kind here on Living Local. We've never had somebody from y'all's industry, for lack of a better word. So why don't one of you tell me what Soteria Protection Services is and a little bit about the name and where it comes from?
Okay. Well, Soteria Protection Services is an executive protection firm. And often people think of executive protection as just bodyguards, which we certainly are, but there's much more to it. And we can tell you a little bit about some of our other services that will amplify that. But first of all, let me say Soteria is actually, in Greek mythology, a goddess who personifies safety and deliverance from danger. So we felt like that was an appropriate name for our firm, since that's really the underlying ethos of what we do.
Exactly, and it takes some training in order to be able to do this very well. So why don't you tell me about your background?
So I spent an enlistment in the Marine Corps, did 4 years. I was a military policeman, and then I became a canine cop. After that, I worked for the government for probably 5 years as a private security contractor. At that time, I deployed multiple times overseas to Iraq and Afghanistan as a PSD team member and leader, and also a canine handler.
Gotcha. So we talk about the term executive protection. What exactly does that mean, and who needs it, essentially?
So EP work can be celebrities or, a bunch of kids that need to get a ride to school. It's not what people think. It's not just for the wealthy. And that's the point we'd like to get across there.
Was there anything that you guys didn't mention that you wanted to mention?
Yeah, there are other services.
We offer bug sweeps, TSCM sweeps as well.
Okay.
And that's looking for hidden cameras, high-powered magnets where somebody's maybe tracking your vehicle. So there's a wide range of stuff that we can offer.
And the Airbnbs and also rental properties now have policies where they do not want any type of surveillance in the unit. So we can ensure the guests and the property owners who may not know if something was accidentally left in their unit. We can detect those devices and make them aware of those. I would also mention that we offer a service to both commercial and residential clients in what we call post-storm protection services, property protection services. And as we're very familiar here on the Grand Strand, hurricanes and storms can cause flooding and other problems and chaos, mostly in the aftermath of the storm. So our agents can be on the ground representing the property owner's best interest, again, whether it be commercial property or private residential property. And that's very helpful in terms of getting immediate damage reports. It helps with insurance, it helps with repairs, and also just peace of mind, particularly if you're somewhere else, if you've been evacuated, or as an owner, you're located somewhere else.
Great deterrent for looting.
Yes.
Somebody on scene.
Sure. Yeah, controlling access to that property. Even like, nosy neighbors, you don't want them on your property, but just controlling access to their property, coordinating with law enforcement. Again, in the aftermath of a situation like that, there's a lot of chaos, and it can really be helpful to have an agent on the ground representing your best interests.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Soteria Protection Services.